Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashon Chakakudash. I want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone as well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness, and house and everything elect. Alright, goes the high spirit we in Judah. And today I want to go into a topic entitled, alright, the spiritual man. Alright? Because we're supposed to be spiritual, man. Alright? You know, going back to the different fight between the particular fight between ISUPK and IUIC, that was all rooted in carnality, man. That was all rooted in ego. Alright? We don't own anything. Alright, we don't own anything. We don't own any blocks. That's what Jay does in the street. They fight and kill over a block that doesn't belong to them, man. At least during the so-called dark ages, we would actually fight over land, you know, fight over resources, as countries do all the time, as men do historically on earth. You fight over land. You want resources. You want wealth. You want to expand your territory. But as it says in the scriptures, Micah 2:10, this is not our rest. And it also went on to say, this is a polluted land. All right? This is a freaking polluted land. Which leads me into another topic, which goes into how Esau, Edom destroys everything, man. I was looking at a video that was going into like 10 things that the Native Americans ate before basically Columbus came and basically Esau came, man. And the reason why Gad, which the so-called Native Americans are the tribe of Gad, all right? But also the other Northern Kingdom tribes that were over here in the Americas, they're Native Americans too, all right? Not to get deep, but you know, they're native to this country before Esau came, all right? But some of the things that Gad ate, and just the Northern Kingdom in general ate, they no longer have it in their diet because, for one, they've been colonized, so to speak, but secondly, they partake in Esau's processed food. But when they started to partake in European food, and especially processed food later on down the timeline, all right, their sickness skyrocketed, man. The plagues of Egypt just overtook them as far as diabetes, high blood pressure. That's why, all right, the 12 tribes always have the highest stats when it comes to poor health. All right, but the biggest myth is that all people are created equal, man. All right, but it's something that happened. It's something bad happened to Israel when we started to partake in the heathen diet. And something worse even happened to Israel. All right, something even worse happened to Israel when we started partaking in processed food. So Gad, all right, looked like mighty man, and Gad was very fit. Hey, until like what, the 70s, you know? Gad, the Northern Kingdom, man, even just aboriginals that are heathens, all right, they were okay until they partook in that processed food bull crap, man, all right? But Gad did okay until he started to partake in the heathenistic diet, man. So going into some of the things that Gad ate before Esau came, all right, they ate fish, they ate real cacao, which is like a bitter chocolate, very bitter chocolate, all right. They ate wild rice, depending on what part of America they were on, all right. They ate salmon, they ate buffalo. They don't really eat those things in mass anymore. They eat a lot of commercial processed food. Now Gad is sick, man. Gad is very sick, very unhealthy, because their offspring, all right, started to partake in this processed food, man. All right, but if you look at the food that grows naturally in the earth, or you go to a farmer's market and when they sell seasonal food, that's what Gad ate. Gad ate pumpkin. Gad ate squash. You know, Gad ate real corn that was real colorful. Gad beat the corn into a powder. All right. Gad did a lot, man. Gad took the flesh of pumpkin and made like blankets. All right. Gad was very creative and ingenuitive. All right. And Gad was very resourceful. Nothing went to waste with Gad. But this counselor called Esau came over here, man, and destroyed the way of life. And like I said, when the 12 tribes partook in the heathenistic diet, it ruined us. All right? But that's what I wanted to get into, man. Like everything that Yahweh Bashmashai created, Esau ruined. Everything that we had as a culture, Esau has a poison version. Like I think back about like a honey bun. I think about the honey bun, right? Like in a snack machine. But you look at the ingredients on the honey bun, it's everything but honey in a bun. It's poison. It's a whole bunch of poisonous chemicals that basically our brain gets addicted to. Our dopamine gets released, and we get hooked on that processed sugar, man, and all those additives. But the Bible has honey buns in it. The Bible has, because really manna, if you want to get deep, it was like a sugar wafer, man. It was like a honey biscuit. A honey biscuit, yeah. And that's why it tells you, I think it's Exodus, when the sons of Israel tasted manna, they said it tasted like a wafer with honey. When the sons of Israel tasted manna, it tasted like a wafer with honey. So what do they have today? A fucking sugar wafer. All right? But it also speaks about cakes. We had cakes in Israel. All right, so that's a honey bun. It's like a honey cake. Some places don't call it a bun, they call it a cake. So it's not a honey bun, it's a honey cake. But we had that in Israel, man. But we had the authentic version of it. Because part of the Mediterranean cuisine is a lot of bread. The bread we have here is packed with preservatives. It can survive on the shelf for a long time because it has all those preservatives. But real bread doesn't last but a couple of days and it starts to mold. That's why more authentic bread is sold in the freezer department. You know? Authentic bread is sold in the freezer department because if it's not in the freezer, you know, because it doesn't have those preservatives, it'll mold. Alright? But just one example how Esau takes things and pollutes it, man. Then the thing that he pollutes less, he makes it organic and triples the price. You know? This man he's destroyed the way of life. He's destroyed mankind, man. All right? Through his lifestyles, through his philosophies. He's going into third world countries where they have a health crisis, a food crisis, where millions of citizens are dying, and the only thing that he wants to incorporate is an LGBTQ lifestyle, man. And if they don't want to adopt the LGBTQ lifestyle, they're going to continue to starve, man. It's the way of the beast for you, man. You know? And just a few examples, man. How this man destroyed the way of life, man. As it says in Genesis, male and female created he them. You know? So this man is totally contrary to existence, man. You know? And another thing that was in my spirit, man. This man goes back to Esau Edom, man. When you read it back on the book of Esther in the Apocrypha, I'm skipping topics, but it's random things on my spirit. You know, you go back to the book of Esther, it goes into Haman, all right? But it refers to Haman as what? The Macedonian in the book of Esther in the Apocrypha. But it also refers to Haman as the son of Agag, all right? Which was what? All right, the Amalekite, all right? Showing you that Macedonians are the Amalekites, all right? And we know who the Amalekites are. But because you go further in history, all right, after the Persians came to Greece. That's why in Apocrypha also contains what? All right, the book of Maccabees, which goes into the history of the Greeks. But who was the pioneer, the progenitor, when it came to the rulership of the Macedonians, man, or the Greeks? Philip. It said Philip of Macedon, all right? But Philip the Macedonian, which is the father of Alexander the Greek, showing you that Alexander the Greek was one of the descendants, all right, or was in the family, all right, of Haman, all right, which was what? A Macedonian, which was Haman, which was one of the descendants of her. Who? Agag, which was who? An Amalekite, which was who? The son of Edom. So showing you that Philip of Macedonia, all right, Alexander the Great, or the Greek were Edomites. All right, the freaking Edomites, man. All right, showing you that the progenitors, so like I'm stumbling. All right, showing you that the patriarchs of the so-called white man today are fucking Edomites, man. All right, and the dukes of Edom, all right, the higher ups of Edom, who probably are Esau and his family, are the red shields, man. You know, and that's the thing that's not supposed to be talked about. It's two things that's not supposed to be talked about. I mean, it's hard as hell to gain access to, because the books that give clues to it or the books that give evidence to it are now expensive as hell or either banned. All right, and it's books like Who is E? All right, the other books goes into Jewish history, but you go into the history, it's so-called black people. All right, and the book is like $500. All right, but the two things we're not supposed to know is who the real Jews are and who the real Jews are not. With that, I hope you brothers and sisters will edify. Till the next time, shalom.